Have you accepted Jesus' invitation to discipleship? Have you heard His voice calling you to follow Him? I'm going to begin reading in Matthew chapter 4, verse 18 about Jesus calling some of His disciples into an apprenticeship of discipleship. He says in verse 18 of Matthew 4, "As He was walking along the Sea of Galilee, Jesus saw two brothers, Simon, who's called Peter, and his brother Andrew. They were casting their net into the sea, for they were fishermen. 'Follow me,' He told them, 'and I will make you to become fishers of men.' Going on from there, He saw two other brothers, James the son of Zebedee and his brother John. And they were in a boat with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets. And He called them. And immediately they left the boat and their father, and they followed Him." Jesus issued an invitation to them to enter into an apprenticeship of discipleship. He said, "Follow me." That word follow means learner. It means student. It was used of a rabbi inviting young men to enter into training with him to become future rabbis. Jesus is calling us to enter into training with Him to become future disciple makers. It's an invitation into an apprenticeship of discipleship. These young men were fishing because they had done an apprenticeship with their father when they turned 15 to an apprenticeship into fishing. Jesus said, "No, I'm going to make you to become fishers of men." When a student became a disciple of a rabbi, they were to learn these things. They were to learn and live the rabbi's words, his will, and his ways. Jesus is calling you to a deeper relationship with Him where you begin to learn and live His words, His will, and His ways. Jesus said, "Follow me." And this was also an apprenticeship, an invitation into a relationship. Not follow the rules, not follow the teachings, but follow me. Follow the person. In Mark chapter 3, it says that He called them to be with Him. In John chapter 15, He said, "I want you to abide in me, and I will abide in you." It's a relationship. Jesus is calling you into a deeper relationship with Him. Have you heard the invitation into the apprenticeship of a deeper relationship? The third thing He says, "Follow me and I will make you become fishers of men," not just fishers of fish. What He's talking about is an apprenticeship of ministry and mission. I'm calling you to be disciples who will become disciple makers. He wants them to become difference makers. He's calling them to Him to send them out from Him. It says in Mark 3 that He called them to come to Him and then to be sent out to preach and to teach. In John chapter 10, He sent them out together in pairs to do ministry around the region. In John chapter 20, after He rose from the dead, He said, "As the Father has sent me, even so I now send you." It's hearing Jesus say, "Come to me and learn so I can send you out. Learn to be a disciple so you can learn to make disciples." Have you accepted the invitation to a life of ministry and mission? It doesn't matter what your job is. You can live on mission wherever you're at and reach the people around you. The fourth thing He says is, "I will help you to become fishers of men." You see, it's not all on us. It's an apprenticeship of dependency, depending on Him. He comes back in John chapter 15 and He says these words, "Remain in me, abide in me, and I in you, just as a branch is unable to produce fruit by itself unless it remains in the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. I'm the vine and you're the branches. The one who abides in me and I in him produces much fruit, because without me you can do nothing." It's learning a life of dependency on Him through the Holy Spirit. The key to all effective Christian growth, the key to all effective Christian ministry is the same thing. It's cooperating with the Holy Spirit, living in dependency upon the Lord to work in you and through you to impact other people. I wonder, have you heard the invitation? They heard it that day. They'd been following Jesus for a while, almost 2 years. And when they heard this, and He came and offered this formal invitation into an apprenticeship of discipleship, and it says they immediately left their nets. It says they immediately left their boat. They were willing to leave their father and follow Jesus. Are you willing to lay aside your comfort, your convenience, the way you've been doing life in order to follow Him with all of your life? Have you heard the invitation? Have you accepted the invitation to discipleship?